Hello students, today we are starting chapter number 5, that is a poem, The Lake Isle of Innisfree. It will be pronounced Isle. S is silent in this word. Lake Isle of Innisfree, which is written by W.B. Yeats. Let's start. I will rise and go now and go to Innisfree. Innisfree is the place, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and leave alone in the bee loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the wheels of the morning to where the cricket sings. Their midnights all a glimmer, and a noon a purple glow, and evening full of linnets' wings. I will rise and go now, for always night and day I hear like water lapping with low sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavement's grey, I hear it in the deep heart's core. So, the first word that is being highlighted, it means the wooden poles that we place to make a border somewhere. Okay, glimmer means little bit shining, like a starlight when star blinks. Okay, purple glow, you know, but here purple glow means sunlight or the flowers. Okay, linnet is a kind of bird that is very little bird, छोटी सी bird होती है. Lapping means when the water touch the seashore and the sound is made by the water, that is called lapping. Okay, now it's time for the explanation part. So look at the page number 33. Explanation. The Lake Isle of Innisfree is one of the most popular poems of Yeats. Yeats is the very fantastic poet, and the very most popular poem of this man is The Lake Isle of Innisfree. The poem is set on the island of Innisfree. Innisfree is a place, and we are talking about the island of Innisfree, that is on Lough. Lough means lake. Gill in country, Sligo, Ireland. Ireland country is Sligo city. In that city there is the island. The island is less than 2 miles southeast of the town of Sligo. Sligo is the town, and it is little bit distant from that place. What is the distance? Less than 2 miles southeast. Sligo के southeast से less than 2 miles it is at the distance. The county seat. The lake is between 5 and 6 miles long and between 1.5 miles wide. What is? The lake is between 5 and 6 miles long. What is the length of the lake? 5 and 6 miles. And between 1 and 1.5 miles, 1.5 miles wide. 1.5 miles wide भी है. Length इसकी 5 to 6 miles है. A few miles to the west in Donegal Bay and Atlantic Ocean. Donegal Bay means bushes, खाड़ी जिसे हम कहते हैं. A few miles to the west in Donegal Bay. It is few miles here also, and the Atlantic Oceans here also. The poet takes the reader to a tiny island in the middle of a lake. Here poet is taking us to a tiny island that is in the middle of a lake, away from the busy schedule of every life. Everyone is busy in its own life, where they have to work, where they have to complete their job, whatever the work is given to them, that they have to fulfill. So that is the reason that poet is taking us to that tiny island by taking a little time from our busy schedule of our everyday life. Why he is doing so? He is doing so to live independently, alone with a garden and beehive and a little cabin of shelter, for a shelter. Little cabin, छोटा सा room for a shelter. Okay, he is taking us there so that we can live alone with peace between the garden and the beehive. He says that when he goes there, he says that whenever I go there, he will have peace which comes slowly from the morning. He finds peace there which comes very slowly from the morning, and at midnight stars shine brightly in the sky, and when it is night he finds that the stars are shining very brightly in the sky. There are dark purple clouds which block the sun at noon. Dark purple clouds, here we are talking about the sunlight that is dark purple which blocks the sun. The changing color of the clouds that blocks the sun, that hides the sun at the noon, and birds fly about in the evenings. Until the evening the birds flies over there, that we can witness. Thus it is pleasant at all times of day. Whenever you will go there, you will find pleasant day every time. Means every time and at that island will be pleasant to enjoy the nature. Such an idyllic retreat is one that everyone dreams of from time to time. It is the feeling that everyone wants to have time to time. If you are working somewhere, if you are working at home, if you are working at your office, and whatever the work you do, everyone needs some peace, everyone needs some time for himself or herself to spend alone. Everyone wants to enjoy the peace, everyone wants to enjoy the nature. So it is the thing that is the dream of everyone, that they used to see time to time. As Yeats did on busy London streets. Yeats is a person who also keeps himself busy in the London streets. He lives in London, so he is also busy in London streets. When he got the idea for the poem, when he sees himself that he is busy, he has no time to spend with himself, so he got the idea to write this kind of poem, that everyone should take some time from their busy schedule to spend with them, to spend with the nature, to enjoy the nature, to enjoy the sounds of nature. Everyone must take. So it is the poem that shows us that we should take some time from our busy schedule, from the noises that is there in the cities, the tensions of work, what work you have to do, it should be on the given time, like that. So everyone should get some time, everyone should plan the trip like that, that Yeats has plans for himself, that just like Yeats is enjoying the trip in a little cabin, in the shelter, in the midnight, in the morning, how he is enjoying these things that we should enjoy, that everyone should enjoy every year or every time when he gets some time from the schedule. So it was the poem about the Lake Isle of Innisfree. I hope that you have understood and enjoyed it very well. Thank you and have a nice day.